My name is Linda Mallard. I'm the founder of the Tsawwassen Wellness Centre, Pilates and Health. We've been serving the community of South Delta since 2001. As I sit here on January 1st, 2020, we are in business here 19 years, and in the last 4 years we've been down at the most beautiful place in Tsawwassen Springs 4 years ago, created the studio of my dreams. I just love working in this incredible space. A lot of people ask me my why, my story, how I got to owning this business and being in this community. So I thought I'd just share a little bit about myself and my background and what keeps me going, what keeps me excited about this line of work. So I grew up in Vancouver. I'm a Canadian through and through, 4 generations. I was born in Vancouver. I grew up in the city, and I just really loved movement as a child. I was a gymnast. I started coaching gymnastics when I was 12 years old. So for my life, I always looked at movement and looked at how can we create this movement so it's better, more efficient, more beautiful. Studied the human body through school, loved biology and of course phys ed, anything connected with health and well-being. It was just sort of part of something I was always passionate about. So I went to university at University of British Columbia, physical education, and I worked at the fitness group under the most incredible mentor, Barbara Crompton. And that's where I really learned about fitness and personal training. And very quickly in my work there, I started leading people as the manager of human resources. I taught the personal training courses, group fitness leadership courses, and I really just loved inspiring others to be the best that they could be. When I got married and had babies, I moved out here to Tsawwassen, and I had worked in a few gyms in the city as well as here in Tsawwassen. And one of the things that really sort of irked me as being a manager of these gyms was that there was a lot of people that joined and didn't attend. And when I was managing one of the gyms, local gyms out here some, 23 years ago now, I would bring in programs that actually increased participation, and the owners were upset with me. And their comments were, if everybody came, we actually would be too full. So I very quickly got that when you are running a gym, you actually need the volume to pay the bills. That's how you get the prices down, but you also rely on a certain percentage of people not coming. Well, my reason for getting into this industry was to help people lead better lives, that they felt healthy, that they felt strong, such as that they could go out and do anything of their choosing. I was 26 years old. My mother passed away at 54 years old, and I sit here at her age right now, and I'm feeling more vibrant and alive than ever before. And so in the background of all of that, I think there was this knowing for myself that we need to manage our stress, manage our health and our well-being if we are to live these long, healthy lives. I just can't imagine there's so much that I have to do in my next 3, 4, 5 decades that I have to live, that I'm very motivated to stick around to be able to achieve those things. So I wanted to open up a boutique studio. At that time, Pilates hasn't really come into my world that much. It was very small. It hadn't hit the mainstream. But I knew I wanted to open up a boutique studio, and here in Tsawwassen, where it mattered that people came. We noticed if they didn't come. We called them if they didn't come. We wanted to get their feedback. We wanted to know about their history. We wanted to know about their families and create a family and a community within the boutique studio. It didn't come to fruition. I had 1, 2, and then 3 children, and by my 3rd child, Pilates had hit mainstream. And just in the process of being in the fitness industry, I went to conferences and I fell in love with Pilates. It was movement that made so much sense to me because it works with all levels of well-being, all levels of strength and fitness. It is the best, in my opinion, at serving that gap between people that are recovering from injury they're done physio, but they're not yet ready to hit back into their regular fitness. And we lose a lot of people there. Either they return back and they get re-injured, or they don't actually get back to ever being as strong as they ever were. So I saw Pilates as filling that gap, as well as it works beautifully for athletes, for people that do sports and activities to really support in their conditioning, such as that they can keep going out and playing in the field, skiing and snowboarding and riding their bikes, mountaineering, whatever it is that they love to do. So when Pilates came into the world, that's where I took the Pilates course with Ann Johnson. She just retired. She started with me as well. And we opened up our first little studio here in Tsawwassen. And over the last 19 years, this business has grown. We've expanded to the studio in Tsawwassen Springs, which we love. And we're just helping more and more people in the community. So what I also really appreciate about this business is that there's always something to learn. So when I look at my core values, and I really run this business based on the values, transformation and continual growth is a really important thing to me. So every day I look at webinars, I study videos, I take courses, and I learn and I grow, and that keeps me inspired. My clients keep me inspired when you tell me these stories about things that you can now do, or you came in and your neck was so sore you couldn't turn your head, and now you come in and you say, I'm feeling really good today. Those things inspire me, because I know that you can actually go out and enjoy life. Vision is important. I love to create new things. I love to create new programs, new workshops, new class types to inspire you to come and do more things, to challenge your body, to feel good in your body. And team and community is also something that inspires me. So when we created this new studio, what was really important is that we had a lobby that was separate of the studio, so that clients could come early, or they could stay late, they could visit with each other. That social community component is so important. Knowing your class, our classes only have 5 to 6 people in the maximum, some smaller, and that the clients know each other, that we have that opportunity to really create that supportive social network. So that's just a little bit about me and why I do what I do. I do truly love it. I've got some exciting things that I'm working on in collaboration with Helly McPhee at the Village Clinic, with our own team here, and continuing to evolve and create opportunities for the community of South Delta to live longer, healthier, better lives. So I'm super excited about the year and the decade ahead, and I just want to thank all of you for listening, if you're still listening, and for all of our clients who have faith in us, and come and play with me. It's really cool that clients get up in the morning and they come into the studio and they play with us and move their bodies and feel great.